It's normal for our levels of motivation to drop every now and then, but if you're feeling unmotivated and uninspired more often than you're feeling motivated, and you're struggling with procrastination consistently, and I mean on a daily basis, then there are probably some underlying reasons. I've been making motivational videos on this channel now for more than 4 years, and so I've picked up a thing or two on what keeps people motivated. And in this video, I'm going to go through a few things that make people unmotivated, and if you're doing one of these things, maybe that's the reason why you're struggling with procrastination, because that's the first step to fighting off procrastination, finding out the core reason why you're procrastinating so much. And before I start, I have a huge announcement to make. So after 8 months of working on it, I finally released the Transform Your Grades in 30 Days course. I'm super proud of it because I really do think the course is going to help so many of you. You can click on the link on the description to find out more. If you're struggling with implementing what you're learning from this channel into your studying, and you're still having to battle procrastination every day, then this course is for you, because I give you 30 days of powerful growth mindset lessons to help you level up your studying and your grades, as well as an 8-page workbook to work through alongside the lessons, a 28-page productivity planner, quizzes, access to our exclusive inner circle community, access to personal mentoring from me, and there's so much more including in the course. So it will be launched on the 29th of March, and I'm offering a 50% discount to the first 300 students on the course. So click on the link in the description to sign up, or watch to the end of the video where I talk you through exactly what it involves. And I'll add timestamps in the description. Now back to the video. Toxic people. Now, this is something that is incredibly dangerous. When someone is overly cynical or overly negative, they only see the negativity in their life and the world around them, and they are constantly complaining. And this is a problem because there is an abundance of negativity and pain and terrible things going on all around the world. There's no denying that. Just turn on the news at any given time and you'll see it straight away. But there's also an abundance of positivity and optimism and incredibly joyful and wondrous things happening all the time everywhere we look. And so my point is, we find what we're looking for. If we're looking for negativity, we'll find it all around us. If we're looking for positivity and happiness, we'll also find it all around us. So when we spend time with overly negative people, it can be incredibly destructive and exhausting because that energy rubs off on you. They can suffocate any kind of positivity or motivation you have and drag you down with them. Forgetting the bigger picture. When you've got an exam coming in the next couple of days and you're stressed with how much material you still haven't learned yet, it can be easy to become overwhelmed and lose all motivation. It can be easy to forget the bigger picture, the reasons why you're doing it. And school and university is a life-changing opportunity. It will give you more options for a career when you graduate. The cultural and social experiences will help you grow and develop as a person. And numerous studies have shown how graduates on average earn far more than if they didn't study at university. In the US in 2020, someone with less than a high school diploma is likely to have a salary of $30,784. However, if they studied and obtained a bachelor's degree, that salary is likely to increase to $64,896. And if they go on to get their doctorate degree, it could increase further to $97,916. That's a significant difference. So that exam that you're taking, it's not just an exam, it's a gateway to provide yourself and your family a better life, a more prosperous life, a happier life, and a healthier life. Unrealistic goals. Renowned psychologists Edwin Locke and Gary Latham describe goal setting as the most effective managerial tool available. However, setting unrealistic goals can be incredibly demotivating. When setting goals that are unattainable and overwhelming, they can sap your intrinsic motivation to the point where you don't even try. A better approach would be to turn that unrealistic goal into smaller, more attainable goals that provide constant, visible results. The book, The Progress Principle, builds on the same argument. It suggests that even the smallest steps forward can motivate and inspire students, and it's why task lists are so effective, because the satisfaction of checking off something on your task list keeps us motivated to keep going, and it certainly keeps me motivated. Studying is pointless. I get this statement in the comments section of this channel quite often. What I'm studying isn't relevant in the real world. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of what you studied at school won't be relevant in the real world. Since leaving school, I've never used my knowledge of the different types of rock formations or had to solve trigonometry equations. But if you think that's all the education system is about, then you're kind of missing the point. It's not just about the facts and knowledge that you learn, but it's the soft skills you learn along the way, like how to deal with failure, how to manage emotions, how to deal with difficult scenarios that life will inevitably throw at you. It helps to improve your problem-solving skills, time management skills, communication skills, organization, teamwork, critical thinking, decision-making, stress management, and there's so much more that you gain from studying than just the content that you're actually learning. Fear. Fear is a crippling emotion. It prevents us from taking action such as aiming for the grades that we know we're capable of achieving. You see, fear and a lack of motivation often go hand in hand. Fear is an emotion, but a lack of motivation is a behavior. And our emotions often do control our behaviors. Jessica Geist, the psychologist that focuses on the subconscious mind, says that fear, not laziness, can cause us to press the snooze button on life and dive headfirst into an all-day Netflix marathon. She explains that fear is a subconscious reaction that you probably aren't aware of that can leave you frustrated with your own lack of motivation. So it could be a fear of failure, fear of rejection, or even failure of not being good enough that is contributing to your lack of motivation. Bad habits. Habits form when our actions follow a pattern enough times. So when you come home from school or university and you turn on TV to relax, or you open up Instagram and spend an hour scrolling through social media, if you do that for a few weeks, it will eventually become a habit. And then when you come home and this time, instead of turning on the TV, you want to study, it's going to be difficult to break that pattern. However, the good news is that it only takes 3 to 4 weeks to form a new habit. So changing your bad habits into a productive habit can be difficult at first and require a fair amount of willpower, but they will eventually become second nature. And if you are struggling with bad habits, the Transform Your Grades in 30-Day course was made specifically for you. Bad habits are surprisingly easy to turn around, and it makes studying so much easier and more fun once you have a set of strong, positive habits to support you. There's a link in the description to access the course, or stick around to the end of the video where I talk more about it. Unhealthy lifestyle. So many problems in life can be attributed to not enough exercise, a lack of sleep, or a poor diet. Sleeping 5 hours a day and living on junk food can eventually lead to burnout and loss of motivation. The benefits of living more healthily include feeling better mentally, regular exercise and a good diet can lift your mood and help you feel better, saving money. Eating junk food and drinking sugary drinks are all expensive habits. Fewer health problems. Living a healthier lifestyle puts you at a lower risk of developing serious illnesses. And taking control of your life. So getting healthier allows you to be in control of your life. If you can take control of your health, then you can take control of many other areas of your life too. Lack of clarity. When you haven't clearly articulated exactly what you're aiming for, your vision for the future will be vague. Having a small set of clear and compelling goals helps you to take positive, actionable steps towards achieving your goals. So for example, at university, I had several goals related to my education, my business, and my health and fitness. But the one main goal that overruled them all was that I must graduate with a 4.0 GPA. I had never achieved a 4.0 GPA before, so that was a big goal for me. But because I had that one clear goal, I knew exactly what I needed to achieve. Every time I felt myself procrastinating or just getting distracted from my goal and my vision, that's what kept me on track. And I made a video on this topic recently, how I turned a 1.3 GPA into a 4.0 GPA. You can click on the pop-up banner above to watch that. Your life is too easy. We often complain that our lives are too hard, too complicated, too many obstacles and setbacks. But according to Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, author of the book Flow, The Psychology of Optimal Experience, when it comes to dealing with obstacles in your life, there's a sweet spot. Too many challenges and obstacles, and our motivation can soon drain empty. But on the other hand, if there's too few challenges and too few obstacles, we quickly get bored and again struggle to stay motivated. So as a human species, we thrive on growth. And as Tony Robbins often says, the secret to happiness is growth. We need constant challenges and opportunities to master new skills. So it's a weird kind of paradox where those challenges and obstacles you have in your life, although in the short term you hate them, they could actually be making you happier in the long term. Not aiming high enough. So earlier in the video, I talked about setting goals too big, and this can be demotivating if your goals are simply unrealistically out of reach. But the opposite can also be true. If the goals you set are too easy to achieve, it can also destroy your motivation. Whatever goals we set, whatever we're aiming for, whether it's achieving certain grades, losing weight, writing a book, whatever it is, it's the degree of desire we have to accomplish those goals that end up becoming the main driving force when it comes to whether or not you actually achieve them. But a lot of people set limits on what they desire, and that can become a problem because a lack of excitement and desirable goals can quickly sap your motivation. If you limit your potential success, then you'll very likely limit what you're willing to do to create it, which means your motivation suffers. If you're already working at a 3.5 GPA grade level, for example, then maybe aiming for a 3.6 GPA is not going to be ambitious enough to spark any level of increased motivation. And a simple solution to this is what Grant Cardone calls the 10x rule, which states that you must set targets that are 10 times what you think you want, and then do 10 times what you think it will take to accomplish those targets. You're focusing on too much. When we have these big spurts of motivation, we often create a big list of things that we want to do and achieve. When you tell yourself you're finally going to get your life in order and focus more on your studying and go to the gym every day and stop eating junk food and get 8 hours sleep a night. And as the saying goes, if you chase 2 rabbits, you won't catch either of them. So focusing on 1 or 2 goals at a time will allow you to feel less overwhelmed, and you'll feel more motivated because your goals will now seem so much more achievable. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I had multiple goals at university, but I had one goal that overruled them all. So I prioritized that goal above everything else. But what if you're struggling with procrastination even after watching endless study videos on YouTube, after watching endless videos on how to stop procrastinating, but you're still struggling with procrastination on a daily basis? I know exactly what you're going through because I've been there. As many of you know, high school wasn't easy for me. I really struggled with procrastination, and I was stuck in this vicious circle where I wasn't motivated. So I'd procrastinate every single day, and I'd leave all my exam revision until the day before the exam, which would lead to poor exam performance, which would then result in bad grades, which then affected my confidence. So then I didn't believe that I was smart enough or clever enough to get good grades. And that drained any motivation I had, which fueled my procrastination even further. And as a result, I graduated high school with a 1.3 GPA. And when I saw my exam results, honestly, it was incredibly depressing. I was so disappointed, but I made a promise at that moment that I was capable of so much more than that, and that when I go to university, I will do everything in my power to transform my grades. So I started to study about studying. I observed high performance students, how they study. I watched how successful people carried themselves and what daily habits and rituals they implemented into their lives, and I researched and learned about the most effective and cutting edge study methods and memorization techniques, and it all paid off. I managed to transform my grades and graduate university with a 4.0 GPA and in the top 5% of my university. Now, that whole process of turning a 1.3 GPA to a 4.0 GPA took me 6 years, and right now I'm going to teach you exactly how I did it in just 30 days, because I have finally, after more than 8 months of researching, planning, writing, filming and editing this whole process, I finally finished the Project Heal on Transform Your Grades in 30 Days challenge. And it's a 30-day course where I teach you every day for 30 days growth mindset hacks, some of the most effective study techniques and memorization techniques, exam tips, powerful daily habit rituals, and so much more. And it includes a workbook with fun exercises, quizzes, personal mentoring from me in the exclusive Project Heal on Inner Circle community to help you completely transform your grades. So what's included in the course? 30 video lessons. I'll take you through 5 modules containing a lesson every day for the next 30 days, and you'll learn the most effective science-backed study methods and hacks that I and other high-performance students use to get ahead of the competition and rise to the top of the class. 30 quizzes. After every lesson, there will be 5 multiple choice questions that have been designed to activate your neurotransmitters to reinforce what you just learned so that that knowledge can be stored in your long-term memory. 8-page workbook. Our digital workbook includes engaging activities to complete alongside the video lessons. Each exercise has been created so you can better implement the key concepts you have just learned in the video lessons. And the course really does focus on taking action and implementing what you learn into your studying. 28-page productivity planner. Our digital planner has everything from a habit builder, goal planner, wellness journal, vision boards, daily routine planners, and so much more. Project Elon private community. The Inner Circle Facebook group is where our exclusive community holds you accountable. I also give you personal support through your 30-day challenge. But that's not all. I've also included the following bonuses. 8 bonus video lessons. In my continuous quest to over-deliver, 30 days of lessons just wasn't enough, so I created 8 more for you, covering incredibly effective productivity apps that will keep you on track throughout the day to lesser known study hacks that I have not talked about anywhere else. 8 bonus quizzes. A further 8 bonus quizzes as the course focuses primarily on interactivity and implementation because that's how we learn, by doing and engaging. CV bundle. Looking for a job alongside your studying can be a stressful experience, so I have provided 145 professional CV templates that will help your application stand out and give you a competitive edge when applying for that internship or graduation job. Presentation bundle. This is one of the biggest infographic bundles on the internet with over 3,000 stunning graphics, so you can turn your class PowerPoint presentation into beautiful works of art with just a few simple clicks. Personal support. Once you're in the Project Elon Inner Circle Facebook community, I offer personal guidance and support throughout your 30-day transformation, where I reply to every single question asked in the group. And what's more is I'm offering a 30-day money back guarantee because I'm so confident with the course that if you're not happy for whatever reason, I'll refund you 100% of the price of the course back to you. So you really have got nothing to lose. But you might be thinking, what's the difference between the Transform Your Grades in 30 Days course and all the endless YouTube videos we can watch for free, right? And it's a very valid question. So there are 6 main things that separate this course from YouTube videos. Implementation. How many times have you watched a YouTube video teaching you how to improve on something, but then you go away and never actually make any changes? So I've designed this 30-day challenge to bridge the gap between acquiring knowledge and implementation. We can all watch YouTube videos and read books on how to study better and how to stop procrastination, but this course heavily focuses on implementing these steps and taking concrete, actionable steps to significantly improve your grades. Results. This course brings real, tangible results, providing you put the work in and you put what I teach you into practice. These are results that you can see with your own eyes as your grades start to improve. You can also check out the testimonials of the incredible results that the students that took this course when it was in beta testing had. Commitment. Once you buy this course, you've made a commitment. It's called the Transform Your Grades in 30 Days Challenge for a reason. It's not going to be easy, and it's not supposed to be. Since when was any transformation easy, right? And I will push you to study at the level of the highest performance student, all while keeping a healthy lifestyle that is maintainable long term. But what's more, I teach you how to make your studying fun, because after all, we tend to only excel in things that we enjoy doing. Accountability. I personally am going to hold you accountable throughout the 30-day challenge. I encourage you to take pictures of the quizzes and exercise sheets you have completed, as well as the real-life grade improvements in your exams, and post them in the Project Elon Inner Circle Facebook group, because I read every single post and I reply to every question. So myself, my team, as well as the other members in the Inner Circle community will be watching to see if you're following through with your actions. Engagement. YouTube is a form of media that you consume passively. The same goes for reading books, listening to podcasts, watching movies, reading the news. They're all consumed passively. You don't really need to think much, and you don't need to do anything once you've consumed it. But the 30-day challenge is quite the opposite, and I can't stress this enough. The course is designed for you to actively participate. The workbooks, the quizzes, the productivity planner, the exclusive community, they've all been created to get you thinking and engaging in putting into action what you've just learned. Support. I get hundreds of DMs and emails from students every week asking me all sorts of questions, from how to stop procrastinating to how long to cook their pizza in the oven for. As much as I try to reply to as many as I can, it's almost impossible to reply to everyone. So once you're in the course, you'll be invited to the Project Elon Inner Circle community. If you have any questions to ask me about your studying, maybe you need personal guidance or advice, you can post it in the group and I'll reply to all of your queries. But I'll be honest with you, this course isn't for everyone. It's not some kind of quick fix course that will boost your grades even if you're not willing to put in the work. So who should buy this course and who shouldn't? You shouldn't buy this course if you're looking for quick study hacks. There is no quick fix that is going to solve all your procrastination problems. I teach you science-backed study methods and techniques and lifestyle changes, but it's up to you to implement them. You're not prepared to put in the work. So being able to transform your grades takes a lot of effort and hard work, and the course helps guide and support you, but it doesn't wave a magic wand to magically give you incredible grades. You need to put in the work. You think the course will guarantee better grades. The course is not guaranteed to transform your grades. How much your grades improves is in a direct correlation with how much effort you put into your studying. The harder and smarter you study, the better your grades will be. It's a challenge, it's not a guarantee. However, you should buy this course if you struggle with implementation. Maybe you watch my study advice videos, but you're struggling to actually put what I teach you into practice. Maybe you require a bit more support and guidance, or maybe you need the accountability of me and the exclusive community to give you that extra push. You're dedicated to self-growth. You're committed to unlocking your potential. You're mentally ready and in the right place to transform your daily grades and your approach to studying. And you're ready to take massive action in your life. You want to take your studying to the next level. The course will push you to become the best version of yourself. It's about pushing past your limits in a way that is healthy and sustainable long term. So if you are in that group and you're willing to make a commitment and take part in this 30-day Transform Your Grades challenge to level up your studying and level up your grades, then I've got a limited time offer on the course. The first 300 students that enroll in the course, we're giving a massive 50% discount on the lifetime membership cost. So scroll down where I give you more information and enter your email, so when the course launches on the 29th of March, we'll send you an email and you'll be the first to know about it so you can get the 50% discount. And if you made it this far in the video, I really do appreciate you sticking around because it was a long video, and if you have entered your email to be notified when the course launches on the 29th of March, congratulations, you've just taken the first step in transforming your grades. So I'll see you on the inside very, very shortly.